So does your pain get better when you have some sort of physical therapy, some sort of treatment on it? Quite often it does, but quite often the pain comes back. That's why it's persistent. But when you have a physical treatment, you're attending to yourself. You're doing something that represents you, looking after you. It almost doesn't matter what that treatment is. It almost means that the pain's got to a certain level where you've decided, I need some help with this. But the way I get help with my pain is going to someone else to get them to help me relieve it. So it sets the scene for your partial recovery. And you get those gaps where the pain's less. It might disappear for a little while, but inevitably it will come back. It does come back. And that's because you're only treating one part of the story, one part of it. It's a physical pain, you feel it, so treating it physically makes sense. But because you're looking for only the physical origin of it and only a physical element to treat it, it's one part of such a complex picture. So it's like just picking one element of the story, one element of what creates that, and thinking that addressing that's going to erase the whole story. You don't have to look at every detail behind why your pain came, but you do have to find the origin of it, and the origin is normally an emotion, or normally an event, or a time in your life when the pain started, and your behaviours around that time. And normally it's pushing really hard in that situation. It's doing your best to recover. It's being frustrated with that. It's been fearful of what's happening to you. It's been fearful of the situation you're in. Maybe angry about the situation you're in. And those are the emotions that almost glue all the small parts together. And the physical element is one bit of it. So treating that one bit will help. But unless you understand what makes up the bigger picture, it's a futile practice of just getting physical treatment. It can be part of your recovery, and I use it with patients. I love movement because it defines freedom, pain-free existence when we move, and it's pleasurable. But it can't just be that, and it can be hard to look outside that physical element, and you don't have to let that go. You can keep the physical part of it, but you have to be open to something else beyond that. You really want to recover from persistent pain.